You're listening to the Tip-In Maple Leafs podcast with your hosts, Chad and Dale.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Tip-In Maple Leafs podcast. We're back. Summer vacay is over, and we're back.
Mm-hmm.
You have a good summer, Dale?
Yeah, not bad. Not the worst. It's been a while, man. What are we talking here? Early July since we've popped on here and done one of these bad boys.
Yep.
So here we are.
Yeah.
We are.
Anything exciting happen? Like over the summer, did anything big happen?
In the National Hockey
League?
League?
With you.
Oh, no, nothing crazy, man. No, nothing super positive. How about yourself?
No. Absolutely nothing.
I'll tell you one thing. Hot. Just the hottest summer I can remember in quite a while. Like really, like how many days above 30 degrees? It was just like, boom. Yeah. Like it was like
toasty July.
Dude, constantly just insane weather, insane. But no, man, it's all good. It feels good that we're getting things back going again. You know, it's Sunday night as we're doing this. By this time next week, they will have played. Camp will have opened. I think it opens on the 18th. They will have played their first preseason game against the Senators. I think it's a 3:00 start next Sunday in Ottawa, I think. And then it's basically like every other day until we get it cooking for real in early October. But I guess I'll go here first. Prospect. Anything off the top?
Nope.
Right into it.
It was a boring summer. Let's just get right into it.
Okay, a lot of stuff to get into here. So Prospect Camp this weekend, Chad. They played 2 games. The tournament was held in Montreal. It used to be a 4-game tournament. It's now 2 for whatever reason. I don't know. But I guess less teams invited or something. I'm not 100% sure. But they played the Sens and lost on Saturday. And they played the Habs rookies and lost and beat them this afternoon. Easton Cowan. The only thing I thought that was a little interesting about it was, I don't know if you caught anything of it. The games were fucking just absolute snooze fest, like nothing really going on. But Easton Cowan, he played the first game. I think he got an assist or maybe a pair of helpers. Didn't play the second game, which I think smart move. If you recollect, if you recall correctly, off to a great start.
Take 2 on that.
If you recall correctly. No, I was doing that. That was a Will Ferrell bit that he did. Anyway, they didn't play Cowan in the second game. Smart move, I think. Going back to the last rookies prospect camp last year, they played Minton like basically every game, and he got injured, and he missed like half the season. I know he's no longer a Maple Leaf, but we don't need to see Cowan in these fucking 2 games this weekend, okay? Let's see him. Let's see how he looks next Sunday. How about that? Right?
Oh, yeah, I totally agree.
So
he's kind of beyond the prospects camp. Like your top prospects don't really need to give it their all in the prospects camp because you want to see how they're going to do in training camp.
And they don't have many of those.
No, they do not.
Like you could count them on one hand. You might be able to count them on 2 fingers, actually. But
that would be
one defenseman, 1 forward. That's basically it. Cowan and Danford. But anyway, there was a couple scraps, whatever. Nothing crazy. But anyway, Leafs. Second thing I want to talk about: Leafs Legends Golf Tournament is on Monday. So whenever you're listening to this, if it's Sunday night or if you're catching this on Monday or whatever, Leafs Legends Golf Tourney on Monday. I think camp opens on Thursday. Why do you think, Chad, that they hold this golf tourney on a Monday and they give them Tuesday, Wednesday off? Like, what kind of shenanigans do you think goes down? You got Bowen out there. We can get to, I forgot about Bowen, his last season. Bring that up later or I'll forget. But you're going to have
to.
You'll have Bonesy out there. You'll have Ralphie. They're not even Leafs alum, but like that played for the team.
No, but there's a lot of media that participate. We still haven't got our invite. And I would love to join a team and, maybe sink a putt or 2 for you.
Oh, 100%.
I'm available.
Closest to the pin, away you go, right?
Yeah,
but anyway, so just what are your thoughts of what type of shenanigans get up during and after that golf tournament on Monday?
Honestly, I don't think it's that crazy.
Oh,
do you think it's crazy?
Yes.
I mean, the best ball tournament I've been in it's a shit show. It's basically just, it's a shit show. But I don't, there's so many cameras and things going around. Maybe afterwards.
After, I think they get at it. Maybe not the player, maybe not the players so much, but the alumni. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh yeah.
Last golf tourney of the summer, like, dude, there's gonna be some stuff that
do you remember in the 90s? I think it was the 90s, the Florida Panthers held their training camp in Peterborough when Roger Nielsen was the coach, because Roger 100%. Nielsen. So they played in a golf tournament here in Peterborough, and I was just a kid at the time. But I do remember, I don't know why, but I do remember going to the Memorial Center to get autographs and things, and their bus came in, and they had been at the golf tournament that morning, and this was like evening, and they were coming in. I still remember this as a kid. They opened up the bus doors, and it's just like a cloud of smoke. Like there's smoking darts on the bus. And then they come off, and like thinking about it now, they were going into, I think, play a preseason game at the Memorial Center, or an exhibition game. And
they did. They were playing it.
I think half the team was hammered.
I was at the game. I remember Florida Panthers played the New York Islanders.
Okay. Yeah. Yep. Maybe they weren't playing a game. Maybe this was just a practice. I don't know. But I just remember the bus, like the smoke, and they just looked like they're all laughing and stumbling, and they played in a golf thing in the morning. So
yeah.
There you go. Maybe, but the times have changed. I don't know if you can get hammered and go right to the rink anymore.
Probably not. Not. But I still think they'll be getting after it. At least the legends and the vets,
the alumni for sure. The alumni and the media.
100%, sure. Absolutely, without a doubt.
Wouldn't you if we got invited?
Are you kidding me, man? Be a fucking blast, dude. Absolute blast. Like being on I would want to be like my exact foursome would want to be me, you, Bonesy, and Ralphie. That's it.
No players?
No players. No.
You don't give it. No. Austin Matthews? No. Nylander? No, thank you.
The best time because you're not going to get anything from those guys. The best time you're going to have out there is story after story with Bonesy and Ralph. And Ralphie will just be rocking darts left and fucking right all day long. Like, I'm talking every fucking tee box. He's lighting a new one, 100%. So that's where I would need to be. I would have to, I would request it. Like, this is where we need to be, guys. Dude, okay. I would just.
You're selling me, because I would probably want to play with like someone really famous, right? Because you get to spend 18 holes with someone's like Austin. If you get to spend 18 holes with Austin Matthews, maybe you get him to open up and tell you some tidbits. But no, you just want to go straight to Joe Bowen and Jim Ralph.
Dude, I would accept not even playing. I would just caddy for them. I'd just be like, I'll carry the bags. I'll carry the bag. Boys.
Well, they have golf carts, so you can drive for them.
Okay, fair. That's fair. Right. That's fair.
So if you're listening to this next year, just send us our tickets.
Well, Bonesy won't be there next year, right?
Oh, yes, he will.
Oh, yeah, he will. Yeah,
he'll still get invited even when he's retired.
Yeah, you're right. You're right about that. What a job that's going to be to replace him too, eh? By the way, that's going to be, I can't even think of anybody on the radar that they had, that is going to step in and do that. But
I still remember when we used to listen all the time on the radio when we were younger, and the nights that he wasn't there, I think it was Dennis Bayak.
Yeah, Bayak. Yeah,
Bayak used to fill in. Not bad. No. Like, I didn't mind Dennis Bayak, but it's like as soon as you heard that, you were like, he left. No Bonesy tonight.
He left to go work for the Winnipeg Jets doing play-by-play.
Yeah,
Bayak. But
when we were younger, we used to sometimes turn the volume off on the TV.
Oh.
And put Joe Bowen on over.
Well, when we were younger, Bonesy was calling the games on TV.
Yeah, that's right. He was calling the games on TV.
Him and Harry Neal. So they were great, man. They were absolutely great. Harry Neal did every game. He did the Saturday night game with Bob Cole, and then he did the weeknight games with Bonesy. Awesome stuff. Why they ever took Bowen off TV, I have no idea. But
I heard Harry Neal one time on the radio doing an interview, and they're like, it was like 7 o'clock in the morning, and like, so what do you do in the hotel room, Harry? He's like, oh, not much. Just sitting here. Got nothing on but the radio.
Yeah. I wonder if like the Tat Man could get in there. He's getting up there in age too, though. They'll probably want a younger guy. Right? But anyway, big shoes to fill. But here we go. First topic of the podcast. Brutal summer in the NHL as far as trades, movement, anything. Did it not seem like once after the first couple of days of free agency?
Yeah.
Nothing, chat. Literally fucking nothing. Like, I thought it was brutal, man. Now we're coming into September, like training camp about to open. We might start to see a little bit of movement here, but I'm not even convinced of that. It just seemed like the cap was going up. Teams decided like they're happy with the guys they got. So they kind of re-signed or kept a bunch of dudes. There was a little bit of movement here and there, but not like it was right around free agency, not in the summer. Like, what the fuck happened in August or July?
Oh, nothing. There was, I think, a couple minor trades, things like that. But we were talking about this the other night, and I said to you, this is the first time I can remember going into a year where other than the Pittsburgh Penguins, I can't tell you a team that's writing the season off. Like, there are so many teams that think they are on the bubble of making the playoffs. Nobody wants to make any moves. There's no sellers out there.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
You wait. You get to Christmas time, you're going to have teams in the basement. Moves are going to start to happen, especially with the salary cap going up next year. Guys are going to want to free up space. And
yeah, I don't disagree, but I just like absolute snooze fest, man. Like, I don't think it's good on the league either. Like, it's boring. Like, some big trades in the NFL in the offseason, and like that gets fans excited. Like, I'm sorry. It's just like you're sitting there waiting all summer for your favorite team, not even just your favorite team, but just give me something. Give me something of like somebody big is moving somewhere else or whatever. Well, okay, easy there. That was a free agency there. I'm jumping the gun, but like I'm talking trade specifically.
Well,
right?
it was a sign and trade.
Fair, but it happened July 1st or just before, so it wasn't even like a.
There were no shockers. That's what she said. There were no shockers out there. We knew Marner was going.
Yeah,
there was no big splash of a big trade. There was nothing. It was very boring.
More on that little bitch later. But anyway, I thought it was brutal. I thought it was the absolute worst summer in the NHL that I can recall as a lifelong fan. Like, just zero movement, man. I hope that changes going forward. I don't want to see summers like this every summer. Like, come on, guys, get fucking with the program here.
It was just a weird summer.
Anyway.
Everybody thinks they're a winner for some reason.
Yeah, and they're not even close. But yeah, Pittsburgh, that's funny. Shout out Pittsburgh. They're bringing back Flower to play one preseason game. Did you see that?
I did, yeah.
They signed him as a PTO, but they're going to play him like they're not doing that. Like, he's retired, but he's going to come into Pittsburgh, play one preseason game on the 27th of September. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
like that he gets to not just sign the contract and go away. Like, they're gonna actually play him in a game. I think that's
why not?
Cool. Yeah, why not? Exactly. Dubas, eh? Like, Dubas. Anyway. All right.
We won't go down that road right now.
Let's go here, brother.
All right, man.
Ticket prices. Like, I'm sorry.
Holy shit.
I'm sorry. The Toronto Maple Leafs. I don't know if it's MLSE across the board or specifically the Leafs. I wouldn't be surprised. If it was right across the board, but obviously we'll focus on the Leafs here. 23. Correct me if I'm wrong. 23% increase across the board. You can't get a standing room ticket for less than $100 now at Scotiabank Arena. I'm sorry, Chad. Like, for a team that, I'll throw it to you here in a sec because I want your 2 cents on this. But for a team that literally has not one dick, what the fuck are they thinking? Just like, fans are going to pay it. We can gouge them a little bit, stick the knife in a little deeper here, even though we haven't accomplished anything as an organization.
Yeah, it's when I remember seeing it months ago that they were like, that was their plan to do it. Now there are some rules. Like, I'm just reading it here. There are rules. So if you're renewing your season tickets, they're not going to go up that much. Like, they're going to go up, but they're not going to go up the 23%.
Okay.
But basically everything's going up a big chunk, even if you're renewing. It's crazy to me because you're not reading the room, man. I mean, go outside into the real world. Everybody's struggling right now. Like, grocery prices are crazy. Wages are stagnant. everything's expensive, housing costs, everything. And you're like, we'll just up at 23%. You want to take your kids, want to get your kids a Christmas present and take them to a Toronto Maple Leaf game? A few grand. No big deal. Like, it should be more accessible to the average person. That's my thought.
Husband, wife, 2 kids, standing room on a Tuesday, $400.
Yeah.
Standing room.
And that doesn't include when you're there, you're going to get your food.
Of course.
You're going to probably buy, something for the kids or whatever. You're going to spend $1,000 when all's said and done. Your accommodations, your travel.
$400 to walk through the door. Sorry.
And not even sit down.
I'll be just from the comfort of my living room because their prices are crazy. Show me a cup, show me something, show me some type of success here. And I'm sorry, we'll get more into the playoffs a bit here, what happened, but
there has to be a way they can make. I get it. They want to make more revenue. There has to be a way they can make more revenue that doesn't just gouge the fans. Can you sell advertisements for something? Can you do for something different? Could you maybe start a subscription thing for diehard Leaf fans? I don't know. Something instead of just up in ticket prices, up in food prices, up in jersey prices, something else.
No, you hit it right on the head, man. Read the fucking room, guys.
It's tough out there right now.
Read the world. Just look at what's going on. People can't afford to go to the fucking grocery store, pay their rent, whatever. It's it's insane. But they just and the crazy thing about it is, I don't want to spend a ton of time on this, but people will still pay.
Absolutely.
I won't. I will not. I absolutely will not fucking do it. There's just no way. If I had tickets given to me or someone couldn't go and whatever, got a good deal, then yes. But there's no way in this day and age I'm paying full price to go see that hockey team play. Not anything again. I think the Leafs are going to be good this season. Don't get me wrong. We'll get into a bit of a season preview here a little bit, but I just think it's outrageous, and they're not. It's not fair to your diehard fans who have stuck with you after failure to be well, we can charge them a little more, right? It's not right.
Exactly. Not right. No, you're right. It's not right. But what are you going to do? We don't control the team.
Okay. You want to take this one?
Leafs off-season moves. You said it was a slow summer, and it was a slow summer, and the Leafs did a few things in the offseason. I don't think they're even remotely close to being done to how this team will look going into the playoffs.
Oh, no way.
But I will say this: when they went and got, when they got the Nick Waugh in Marner, and they went and got Dakota Joshua, though I'm going to zone in on those 2 guys, because if you go and watch their highlights, it's something that this team has desperately needed. Now, you're not getting the points back that you lost for Marner, but watch Nick Waugh slew foot Bennett in the playoffs going into the corner. Watch Dakota Joshua drop the gloves with pretty much whoever and they both play a little dirty and physical. I like this, but there are some gaping holes on the roster that need to be filled. That's what she said. Right?
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. We'll get into a bit of a season.
One gaping hole right in the middle.
Well, yes, I guess that is true. That is not what you want at all. But look, okay, just let's go tree living. Just general grade of how you think Tree did this offseason. The Marner thing, I kind of think he botched.
Yeah.
But
what was he supposed to do with Marner?
Trade him last season.
Yeah.
Or trade him
okay, but if you're talking about this offseason.
I know. Yeah. Hands were tied. I get it. So with that, okay, fair. But they still, as the organization, botched the entire Mitch Marner situation. Shanny,
absolutely.
That's not just on Tree. He was the new guy in town. The organization botched that big time. But overall, so yeah, the moves that he did make, signing Robertson, Michelli, like you mentioned, Joshua.
Yeah, those are the 2 that I thought. Michelli.
Is that a
Michelli's put up a lot of points in a short amount of time on a pretty mediocre Utah team, but
not last season. He couldn't even get he was in the press box.
You're taking a chance on him, but he's kind of he's kind of like a poor man's Marner. You're just throwing him in there hoping that you can get something out of him. I think Waugh and Joshua are put in there to absolutely change the DNA when it comes to playoff time.
Yeah, I believe that.
But Michelli, honestly, I've heard people say guaranteed first line winger, like he's got so much skill and stuff.
I don't see that.
I don't see it, and I don't know if Berube is going to love him.
Unlikely. Like, we'll see. I think he's going to give him a shot. We'll see. We'll get more into that here.
Yeah.
I wanted to say too that, like, I don't know if this is an under the radar thing or not, but Tree also did make a depth move for another defenseman, the dude from San Jose. Starts with a T. I can't think of his name. Trum or something like that. I think it is Trum actually, but depth move. Like, he's not going to term, whatever. Like, he's not going to be, he's a young guy, whatever. But like, I don't see him taking, like, I think their 6D is locked. We'll get more into that here in a second.
Yeah.
But anyway,
they got their goaltending and defense pretty locked up.
Yes.
So it's
okay.
It's basically just on the front end.
It really is. So anyway, like, so not the worst by Tree Living, but not the best either, right? Somewhere in the middle, you would like.
Yeah, somewhere. I think he was basically on par with 95% of the general managers this summer.
Agree.
Like you said, there just wasn't much going on.
Yeah, agree. Let us know in the comments on YouTube, guys, if you're watching this, what you think of the Leafs offseason, specifically Brad Tree Living, the guys he brought in, things he did do, things he didn't do. A lot of balls up in the air. That's what she said.
That's what she said.
Anyway, let's keep it going to a little bit of a season preview. Maybe the preview before the preview. Who knows? Will we do another one? We'll see. We'll see. But camp is opening on Thursday. I'll just start here with what I think how this is going to shake down. I just think the lines, there's two guys set on every line for me that are absolute locks. Knies and Matthews, and we'll get more into those guys in a second. Tavares and Nylander, Waugh and Joshua, and Lawton and Lawrence. Lawrence. I think those are the two guys you see on every line, but then there's 4 holes there. There's 4 holes.
That's a lot of holes
on each line. And you know how many guys they have? Like, I guess I'll move off. We'll keep the season preview going here, but I'm going to throw it to this. Too many cooks in the kitchen, Chad. Listen to this. So other than the guys do you think I'm wrong with saying that those are probably the 2 likely guys on each of the 4 lines?
Yeah, I would say so. I don't know if that's the lines they're going to play on, but those are guys that can definitely see Berube. Berube wants them in the lineup.
Those 8, okay, it might not look like that, but those 8 guys for me are locks. They're every nighters. They're every nighters. That's how I see it for sure. It might not shape out that exact way. But then beyond that, too many cooks in the kitchen, brother. Domi, McMahon, Michelli, Robertson, Cowan, Pizzetta, Camp, Yarncroc. That's 8 extra bodies to fill 4 spots. Tell me how that looked. What does that look like? How does that even play out? They're going to have 4 extra bodies not playing every night? That seems kind of unlikely. You can't keep that many guys on the roster.
No, you can't. It is too many cooks in the kitchen. I mean, probably Calle Yarncroc's going to pull something in the first preseason game and be out.
That's fair. So
then you're down to 7.
The coach doesn't like Camp.
Yeah, the coach doesn't like Camp. Bobby McMahon, after the playoff I think he's back in the back seat,
Probably.
But Domi's going to play. It's just a matter of where he's going to play.
You can't have McMahon behind. Camp and Robertson didn't play in the playoffs.
No,
didn't play. So Berube doesn't like either one of them, really. At least he kept McMahon in there. I think because of his size and he did score 20 goals. He's got the ability to put the puck in the net. I don't know. For me,
But at the start of last year, he didn't want to play Bobby McMahon.
That's true. But once he came in, he never came out.
That's true too.
Once he came in, he never came out. Anyway. Look, for me, this is I don't know how they make this work.
Poetry, man. That was poetry.
I know. I don't know how they make this work. But this is what I see. Domi, he's going to play. McMahon, he's going to play. Michelli, he's going to play to start.
Okay.
Beyond that, I don't know. Cowan, unless he has a great camp, easy fix. You can send him to play for the Toronto Marlies. No waivers, just down he goes
Yeah.
That eliminates one body. Robertson, Camp, Yarncroc, Pezzetta. Pezzetta is like kind of replacing Ryan Reeves. He's a bit younger. He can scrap. He can throw his weight around. He's going to get you 0 points, but he's aggressive. So I can see Berube like hard on the forecheck. I can see Berube liking Pezzetta, but is he an every nighter? Probably not. But Camp, Yarncroc, Robertson, I just don't see it, dude. I don't see like, I don't know. Tell me how you think this works out or this plays out.
I think you're pretty bang on. Like, I think the guys that he loved last year and he was playing into the playoffs are the guys that are going to start the season. But my problem is it's not even the too many cooks in the kitchen, but it's like what you're paying for guys you don't want on the ice. You know what I mean? Like you
Camp and Yarncroc,
$5
million between the both of them.
$2.4 million for David Camp, $2.1 million for Callie Yarncroc. And we're not sure if they're even going to be in the lineup. That's a lot of money. And even Michelli, like he's 3.5 million. What if Berube just doesn't like him? Like, or what if he has a season like he did last year in Utah and he's just bouncing from line to line to line? Like, you could be in a serious carousel of trouble.
What's Michelli got left? Is this his final year?
Yeah, he's only got this year.
Okay, so no big deal. Doesn't work out. But
it's just a lot of money for guys. You know, if they were making like $1,850,000, something like that, and you were bumping them out of the lineup, okay. But like, I don't know. That's just a lot of money just sitting there.
It is. It's too much money. Like, Tree's got to figure out a way to bury it or get rid of them somehow. But like, I think Domi, like, this is just what I think. We'll see what happens. I think Domi ends up playing on the top line with Matthews and Knies. I think they're going to give Michelli a shot with Nylander and Tavares.
I think the opposite.
Okay, well, maybe like it could be that way, but yeah, it could be. I think you might see McMahon with Waugh and Joshua. That's a big, heavy, fucking hard line. I like that. And then pick your spot for a fourth line winger. That would be with me putting Cowan to the minors to play with the Marlies. I don't care about Yarncroc. I don't care about Camp. Let's see what Pezzetta can do. Robertson, I don't really care about him either. Like, I know every now and then he can pop in a goal, but is he really the type of guy that like Berube's ever going to fucking trust? Like, do you ever see Berube putting Robertson in a fucking playoff game against the Florida Panthers next spring?
No. And it's not just Berube. This has just been the ongoing thing with Nick Robertson. Like, the Leafs have never, ever showed faith in him. They've never given him a long-term contract. They've always just kind of kicked the can down the road. So he, in my mind, and I know you agree with this, if there's a trade, he's the first guy on the list.
They must have tried to do it already and just no takers, which kind of
right. But that's why you sign him and you keep him.
Yes.
And then you have at least you have some sort of asset you can throw into a trade.
Look, the truth is there's teams out there looking for offense. Robertson can score you 15 goals. That is accurate. But like, I've just kind of like the way this team's heading, the direction they're heading with Berube and Tree Living, those kind of guys aren't like, there's
always guys the coach just doesn't like.
For sure.
And that's Nick Robertson.
I hate to say it, but I could see Michelli being one of those guys.
That's my fear. I know a lot of people are sold on him, like, because he's high skill. The difference is that the reason coaches love Marner is because he could play everywhere. He could kill penalties. He could quarterback your power play. Michelli's not going to do that.
No chance.
He's just another small, very skilled forward who has put points up in the league. So anything's possible. He could come out and have a hell of a year. Or he could come out, play like he did last year, bounce down to the second line, down to the third line, healthy scratch. And then we're just going through the cycle, man.
For sure. Anyway, a few more things to get to. We're running a bit long here, but whatever. It's our first one back. We'll run a bit longer. Who cares, right?
Yeah.
Berube, he was doing some media recently. He was asked specifically, where do things have to get better this season? His answer was, he said, mentally. He said, looking back to game 5 and game 7 against Florida, we weren't there mentally. Well, okay. that's a fair assessment, I guess. Do you think this is between the ears for these veterans on this hockey team? Is it all between the ears? Is it all mental, or is there more to it than that?
There's more to it to that, but that is a big thing. Like, I don't understand how you can just sort of be so good in the regular season and so good in games 1, 2, and 3 of every playoff series, even games 4, but games 5, 6, and 7, you just come to a complete halt. And I know it's, playoffs get tighter, it's crunch time and things, but I think a lot of that is mentally, but also like off topic, but Matthew Knies being interviewed talking about how they got pushed around, they weren't physical enough. I think that's a big part of it too.
Let's just go to him then, because we are going to run pretty late here. So Knies, we haven't done a podcast since Knies signed his new contract. They seem to get that done like lickety split. 6 years, I think it was 7.5,
7.75.
Okay, a little higher, but whatever. Still, like, that contract will look incredible in 5 years from now, like, for sure. Like when the cap's gone up by 25 million or whatever, and Knies is only making 7.7, less than 8 million. Anyway, like, and they sent him to Vegas doing the media rounds, and I don't know, just your thoughts on like how quick he got the deal. Like, he was just like no beating around the bush. He got the deal done extremely fast, and the Leafs, I think by no accident, made a point to, they sent him as the team representative to Las Vegas to be like,
why not?
Here's our young fucking up and coming stud, and he seems to be very sharp with answering questions to the media. Like, not only sharp, but just about what he says, but he just, like, there's a lot of honesty in there. A lot of these guys sugarcoat it. They don't take accountability, all this stuff.
They don't care.
Knies seems to be the exact opposite of that. So I've been very impressed, but if you want to talk about that a little bit, please do.
Yeah, well, just start with the contract. I love the contract. You could say it's too high, you could say whatever, but like you said, I loved how it was handled. This is a guy that's like, I want to play here. Let's reach a deal. That's a good number for you, good number for me. Boom, let's move on. When he went down to Vegas to represent the team, you're right. The way he's talking. Now, I don't know if that has something to do with he played in the NCAA, so he went to college. Like, he got a bit of an education.
Yeah.
Sometimes that can help with, the way you talk, the way you answer questions, the way you present yourself. But the biggest thing is the honesty, man. When I hear him in interviews and he's just straight up, like, doesn't hide behind, we did our best, we all believe in each other, like all those cliches. It's, oh no, Florida beat the shit out of us, pushed us around, and we can't let that happen. And always takes accountability. Like, did you hear him say that he wants to be more physical? He thinks he can do that. I love hearing that. And I think this guy, honestly, he's starting to become my favorite player on the team. I think this year, next year, I don't know. I just have a funny feeling that this guy is he's one of those players, like another Darcy Tucker. He's going to be one of those guys that Leaf fans just fucking love forever.
Oh,
that's what I feel.
I already love the kid. He's only 22 years old. He's got a way to go. Like, I think he's going to just become much better. But just the head.
He's got that Toronto fabric.
Oh, dude, he's got a solid head on his shoulders, and I don't just mean the size, but I mean, like, because he's got a massive head. But like,
he got a big head of hair too.
But just his overall, like, he's got everything in the right place. He doesn't seem to have he's not over the top about things. He's like, you're right. No sugarcoating, taking accountability. We're not used to that here. For the last almost 10 years, we are just not used to any of these guys like saying that. Here's a rookie kid who's like, yeah, you know what? If I didn't perform in a big playoff game, or if I didn't, whatever, like, and the fans aren't happy,
it's on me.
It's on me. They have a right to not be happy if I'm not performing. You've never heard that out of any of the other guys' mouths, not one time.
And he wants it.
It's refreshing.
He wants it. He wants to get back to that exact moment, and he wants to be different. He wants to be more of an impact player. I love that.
I love it too. Sky's the limit for this kid. I absolutely love him.
Well, like we will talk about Knies so much this year on the podcast.
Yeah. He probably already is my favorite player on the team. Like, just the way he plays, like, he's a throwback, dude. He's as close to a throwback that we've got. And I love everything about him, and I can't wait to see the season he has. Speaking of that, here's a guy. that needs to have a big bounce back season. I'm talking about Morgan Rielly. What do you think is laying ahead for Morgan Rielly this season, Chad? Second year under a new coach, Craig Berube.
Yep.
See a bounce back here, or do you think he's going to continue to struggle? And should he be put back on the power play with Mitch out, or should they?
Well, I think he's going to be.
That?
I think he's going to be put back on the power play because it's the easy decision. But he's 31 years old. Defensemen have a tendency to sort of peak and then level off, but they can kind of maintain a status for a little longer. I don't know if he can go back up to what he was a few years ago. I don't know if he can get back there. I think he'll have a better year than last year, but I think we may be seeing sort of the back nine of Morgan Rielly.
He's got to be like, how could it be worse? Like,
yeah, but I don't think, like, do you remember when he first came in, like, he was so great at skating with the puck and getting out. Now he just seems a little slower. So I don't know if he'll get back to that, but I think he's definitely going to have a better year. But at the same time, like, maybe this whole Marner being gone thing, it's sort of there's some breathing room for Rielly and Matthews and Tavares to sort of rise up a little bit and be like, all right, it's our team now. Like, we lost somebody, but it's our team now.
Yeah, I could see that. Like, I think a full year with Carlo as his D partner and potentially hopping back on the power play could do a lot for his confidence. But I'll tell you what, man, this guy, he makes the most money on the team on defense.
On defense, yeah.
On defense. So I just, like, he's looked at as the Leafs' number one defenseman. Fucking show it, bud. Just fucking show it. I don't want to hear 31. I don't want to hear fucking this or that. I hope he spent the summer skating his fucking bag off and he shows up in great shape and just ready to fucking rock.
And he will. Like, he will for sure. I know he's going to have a better season than last year. And you're right. I didn't even think of that, but he's got probably the best D partner he's had in years.
Yeah, well, not right Ron Hainsey. Not Ron Hainsey.
That's what I mean. Not since Ron Hainsey.
Let's not get carried away here. But anyway, look, we do like Rielly. He, like, I go hot and cold with this guy. Some of the times I'm watching him on, like, his playing his own end, and I'm just like, what is he fucking doing out there?
That's every Leaf fan, man. One night you're watching him, like, cross-check someone in the face and you're fucking loving this guy for the passion or whatever. Exactly. And the next minute you're like, did he just make that pass? Did he just do that?
It's crazy. So a big season ahead for Rielly. I do hope he rebounds because we're going to need him. We need that. Like, we need him to, he's paid like the number one defenseman. Fucking show up and be it. Fucking be it. Like, yeah. So we'll see. A couple more things. This is probably the biggest question of all because is the season potentially going to, I didn't even bring up the goalies here because this is crazy. We're coming to the end. I didn't even bring up the goalies once because I feel so confident in the goalies that it's like not even a thought in my mind. How fucking crazy is that?
I know. It's been a while since we've had that.
I'm sure we'll have a lot of goalie talk going forward.
Oh, yeah.
We won't do it tonight, but I didn't even think of putting it on here because I'm just like, that's not even a work. No problem. No problem. Anyway. This is the biggest.
Such a bad thought to have. Yeah, no problem. These guys got it.
It's true, though, is it?
I know that's how you think, but then that's how you get into trouble, and all of a sudden they both shit the bed this year, and you're like, oh god. Ken Matthews, stay healthy.
Is that not what this entire season's probably going to ride or die on?
Yeah, this is Austin Matthews' time to shine. Your buddy's gone.
Yeah,
it's time to show everybody because there are a lot of people outside Leaf, even in Leafland, but a lot of people around the NHL are like, what's the guy's name that, the guy who said he'd take Hughes over Matthews and all these analysts from other cities around the NHL. And they're all like, without Mitch Marner, he's not a 69 goal scorer. Well, guess what, man? Stay healthy and prove everybody wrong. Like, have a year, Austin. Have a fucking year. Show them you don't need Mitch Marner. You got this.
I'll just use an example of Draisaitl in Edmonton. And, like, it doesn't seem to matter who he plays with. He finds a way, regardless, to put the puck in the back of the fucking net.
All great players do.
He's played with of course he plays with Connor from time to time and whatever, but like
in the playoffs, they were changing his wingers all the time.
Draisaitl gets different dudes all the time, and not all great players, but individually, I know it's not an individual sport, but he individually is like, give me the fucking puck, I'm putting it in the net. You don't want to see a little bit of that here from 34?
Absolutely. And I think we will if he stays healthy, which is the question we have on the screen right now.
We still don't know. Mystery injury, back, shoulder, groin,
my God.
Groin? We don't know.
If he's flying to Germany again in October or November or something, this season could go down fast. He's got to stay healthy.
No, there was no surgery in the offseason. So whatever it was, they thought, and this pisses me off too, whatever it was, they thought with like enough rest over the summer, it should be fixed. Well, if you thought that, why the fuck didn't you shut him down in the middle of the winter and give him fucking a month or 2 months off? And then maybe we beat Florida, and who knows what fucking would have happened the rest of the fucking way. Like that really
you could have used that LTIR money, just held him out till game 1 of the playoffs, because now you can't do that anymore. That's gone.
Yeah. So, but do you know what I'm saying? Like,
I totally get it.
And they did rest him here and there, but he never got back to 100%. So here he's had a few months off now. He's 3 months, whatever. He's coming back, like saying he's healthy, and we'll see how it goes. But it's hard to trust. Like, we don't even know what it was. So like a wrist, shoulder, like we don't even, his back, we don't know. Like,
I mean, I get not saying it, because if he's like, oh yeah, I had a back injury, but I'm pretty sure I'm back to 100%. I feel great or whatever. You're going to have guys out there cross-checking his back on a nightly basis.
Of course.
So
he already
they don't have to say any. He does, but if he's like, it's my wrist, you're going to have guys like taking little swats at his wrist. And so I don't mind him not saying anything, but I'm just saying if he's not healthy, that's on the Leafs. That's on the Leafs medical staff and everything for not having this guy ready to go.
Big time. If, like you just said, my last point on this, if he's flying to Germany in December, we're gonna explode.
We're going over to Germany.
Yeah, we're
getting to the bottom of this.
Yes, we are gonna follow him like private investigators all around to see what clinics he's going to.
Private dicks.
Big time. That's right. All right. Anyway,
I'm pretty sure we could get arrested for that.
Yeah, but we'll do it anyway.
I don't think legally we can stalk people.
Well, you got to be incognito, man. Private investigators, like, it's just
private dicks.
Yes, private dicks.
Private dicks.
Anyway, we'll take our private dicks over to Germany and we'll follow him around. We'll try to get to the bottom of it. Hopefully he stays healthy, because again, like Rielly, we need a massive bounce back season from Austin Matthews.
For the record, we don't know anything about Germany. We don't know how to speak German.
Oh,
so
God.
How you plan on being incognito?
Well, I would just do they not do Oktoberfest over there?
Yeah, they probably do Oktoberfest in Germany.
So we just head over there.
Isn't Oktoberfest like more the Netherlands?
I don't know. I thought it was
I think it is a German thing, but I mean, so you're just going to dress up like you're going to Oktoberfest every day?
That's right. Yes. Just blend in, but I'll have our little cameras.
I think that would make you stand out.
Yeah, maybe. Anyway, we'd probably just end up getting drunk and forget why we were even there in the first place, to spy on Austin Matthews' injury. But anyway, hopefully that doesn't happen. Anyway, okay, last thing before we bounce out of here. Oh, the gift that keeps on giving. I don't know how many times we're going to talk about Mitch going forward here. If he opens his mouth, I guess we can't help but talk about it, because every time he opens his mouth, he always fucking says something stupid. But you lead what you thought of this interview with Mitch Marner before he got on the bird to go to Vegas, before he left Toronto. He had to have one final fucking sit down interview with the easiest interviewer in Leafs Nation, Mark Masters. Like, couldn't be Festchuk, who might throw him a hard ball. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it had to be fucking Mark Masters, who Mitch knows he's not getting anything from anyway. So go ahead, please.
Yeah, listen, the fact that he did the interview, I don't really care who's interviewing him, because in my mind, this should have just been your opportunity to sit down and just say something nice to the fans and talk about how it's not like it was just time to move on and let's just pull the Band-Aid off and go our separate ways. But instead, he's got to come out and be like, well, people were trying to kill me.
Yeah.
So the fans were trying to kill me and scare me, and I needed security, and life was so rough. And it's like, oh my God, man.
Did you not take that as a poor me feels
that's
sorry
what I
for
mean.
me.
Like, just come out and just, even if that did happen, and there was an article written by Steve Simmons, and he talked to the Leafs, and the sources said their security team looked into this. They didn't really see like a reasonable threat, so they just left it. And Marner was the one who took it a little more serious and got the security. But even if that all happened, and I know it did, just come out and let sleeping dogs lie and say, I love my time in Toronto. I'm going to miss the team. I love the fans, but it was just time for a new start for me and my family down in Vegas. Instead, he's got to be like, it's your fault that I'm leaving.
That's exactly right. Instead, it was one more fuck you on the way out to the fans. And it's your fault.
It's always somebody's fault. It's never him.
What a joke.
I don't know.
What a joke. I don't want to say anything more about it because it makes me want to puke. I'm not going to miss that little fucking bitch. Look, good luck in Vegas playing with Eichel. Hopefully you get a fucking 120 points and then you shit the bed in the fucking playoffs like you always do. Like, is anything going to be different in game 5 or game 7 when Vegas is playing whoever in the fucking first or second round next year? Like, is Mitch going to all of a sudden be this completely different player because he's not playing for the Leafs? I fucking highly doubt it. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I think it's going to take Mitch a little while to get going in Vegas.
Like,
they play a totally different style than the Leafs ever did, and
like you don't see him all of a sudden being like, all of a sudden now he's going to be this miraculous fucking playoff. No way, no fucking way.
Man. No, my image. Look, I'm not going to shit on Mitch. Like, because I'm going to take the high road here. Thought he did a lot of great things.
He doesn't.
Yeah, but I'm going to take the high road here. I thought he did a lot of great things. He was really good as a player for the Leafs. Like, he broke records. He put up a ton of points. He was entertaining to watch night in, night out. But the image that's always going to sit with me is game 7 when he told the team to wake the fuck up and he didn't have a bead of sweat in his hair. That's always going to kind of sit with me. Like, because I just think if I'm sitting on the bench and this guy turns to me and tells me to wake the fuck up and he's not doing anything.
Crazy.
That's crazy. But other than that, whatever, it's over. And we're going to try our best not to talk about Marner this year.
My last word on Mitch is that I believe, for sure. I think the Leafs, okay, are they going to miss the points? Sure. But do I think that they will be a closer and better team without that little fucking fruity pebble running around in that dressing room and doing fucking whatever he does in the warm up? And I think they will be a better team without him. I think they'll be a more serious team. I think they will just, I
get what you're saying, but to play devil's advocate here, like, he was a part of the Four Nations team. He's going to be a part of the Olympic team.
Sure.
So
good player. Don't get me wrong.
Great player. And they do, like, the NHL does look at him as someone who can get it done and win. It just didn't happen here in Toronto. Like, something in his head, maybe he wanted it too much as the hometown boy. He wanted it, and it just mentally he couldn't get it done. But on your way out, like, be a man. Wrong, and just wrong way of doing it.
Anyway, that's it, brother.
That's it. All right. Well, for the Tip In Maple Leafs podcast, thanks for tuning into this one. We're back for another season. It's been so long. We started this when we were just young bucks, and now we're old
2018, I think we started doing this. Here we are in 2025, about to do another one.
But listen, you can follow us on social media, which we haven't posted on in 2 months, at the Tip In Maple Leafs podcast on Facebook, Instagram, Tip In Podcast on TikTok, Tip In Pod on Twitter. Email us, thetipinpodcast@gmail.com. And listen, folks, next podcast, we'll get into it, but the Tip In, the Tip In Hockey Pool is going to be back again. So getting closer to puck drop in October, we will do the draft and have you sign up your teams, and we'll do that again. Anyway, for the Tip In Maple Leaf podcast, I'm Chad.
I'm Dale.
And we will.
Hey, guys, camp opens up on Thursday. First preseason game next Sunday in Ottawa. Chad and I will be back sometime around there. Maybe we'll wait until they play the first preseason game because it's a preseason game. It's a 3:00 start. Maybe we'll just next Sunday night, we'll be back with another one. Unless something interesting happens the first couple of days of camp, then maybe we'll be back then. But anyway, getting ready, getting back in the swing of things. We'll be back shortly anyway.
Let's go Blue Jays.
Good. Yes. We'll get into that as we get closer to the playoffs here for the Jays. But hey, good luck at the golf tourney tomorrow, guys. Whoever's with Bonesy and Ralphie, have a frickin' blast. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for listening. We'll catch you later. You're listening to the Tip In Maple Leafs podcast with your hosts, Chad and Dale.